Hi everyone. So I do not usually do back-to-back haul or unboxing videos, but I'm making an exception this week because, well, first of all, you guys, somebody needs to stop me from buying plants from Texas Plant Connection because I bought more plants from Texas Plant Connection, but also I did get another Hoya polyneura Jasminka, which if you did not see last week's video, I did get one from them and it just decided to unalive itself within a few days. And so I do have a replacement for that in this box that we're going to open right now. But like I said, I got a few other plants again as well. I've got issues this month, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I do want to let you guys know up front though that I did find out that their very last live sale that they're going to be doing, because they're going to be retiring, as I mentioned before, is going to be happening actually the day that this video is airing, or at least as of right now, it's scheduled for the day that this video is airing. It should be the same link that you already booked if you booked the link I shared in last week's video, but I'll include the link in the description for this video as well. It's currently scheduled for 12 p.m. Central Time. So I think that's going to be, what time do I release my videos? About 3 hours, a little less than 3 hours after this video is released. It will be their very last sale. There's going to be great deals. They're going to have things in addition to Hoya. So if you're not a big Hoya person, that doesn't mean you won't be able to find something as well. They've got lots of aeroids. They got lots of things. So that's what's going on with that. But let's get into this box. It did arrive on time, as I like to call it, meaning that it actually got here the next day because they are based in Texas, I'm based in Texas. It shouldn't take these plants more than a day to get here, but every now and again, or actually every time before last time, they always took like 2 days to actually get delivered. So good news is these plants haven't been in here that long. So let's go ahead and get these out. I think I got 4. Yes, it looks like I got 4 plants. Yes. I only see 3 packages, so I'm guessing one of them has 2. Yes, that one I just took out has 2 in it. All right, and we got some more stickers and a pen and no paper to put down this time to help stop making a mess. Oh well, I'm just gonna make a little bit of a mess, I guess, but more cute stickers, Texas Plant Connection stickers, another Texas Plant Connection pen. I think I've got like 3. Come on, camera. We're gonna have one of these days. I think I've got 3 of these Texas Plant Connection pins now, but that's okay. I can gift some to some people or something. All right, so let's just go ahead and start getting into these, and let's start with the Jasminka, since that is the one that had the slight casualty, not slight. Well, I don't know. I'm still kind of in denial. I'm hoping by some miracle it's gonna bounce back. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's dead, you guys. But I'm just gonna let it sit there for a while, keeping the substrate damp. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. Say a little wish to the plant gods, if you will. But hopefully this one looks okay. It is another just a 2-leaf rooted cutting like the last one was. I actually managed to get this one. I'd been asking her like if they had more and let me know when they had more, and I just happened to happen alive and she was like, oh, I meant to tell you like we have more, but she didn't have very many more. So happy that I got this one. All right. I always put my scissors down and I don't know why, because I know they tape it on the inside to the cardboard too. So why do I always set my scissors down? Nobody knows. Okay. Just looking a little dry, but so far the leaves look pretty good. I'm not seeing like yellowing at the bottom like we were before, but let me get the tape off of here since it's kind of blocking a part of the leaves down there and make sure that we are looking okay. And if this one doesn't make it, you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna try another one at this point. I swear, it's gonna end up being like my, what do you call that? My cursed Hoya. The one Hoya that does me wrong. Does anyone else have other cursed things in their lives, by the way? Because I have a couple of CDs, or albums, I guess I should say, that have been cursed for me. Like, no matter how many times I bought them growing up and throughout college and everything, they were always the ones that either disappeared randomly or got stuck in a CD player when it decided to stop working, or got broken in a CD player when it decided to stop working, aka the ones that you could put like 6 discs in at a time and then it would change them. It got stuck and cracked. Like, I have 2 albums like that, and yeah, so hopefully this doesn't become my cursed plant. Okay, good news is I don't see any yellowing down at the bottom there either, so that's good, but it does, like I said, look quite dry, so I'm definitely going to water it after this. I can see roots kind of all the way around, a little bit in there, root there, some roots over there. It's not a lot. Big one there, but I think it'll be okay. Actually, guys, I just want to go water it like right now. I don't want to wait. So give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so I just brought a little glass thing to keep it in so I'm not dripping water everywhere, but I did just notice when I was watering it that on the back side there is a new growth point pushing in, which the other one did not have that. So hopefully you can see that little bit of green, thin green bit that you see down there at the bottom. That is a new vine and leaf pushing off, or leaves pushing off of there. So that definitely makes me feel a little bit better. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, things go okay with this one. I mean, oh, but it's just such a pretty plant, you guys. It's just so gorgeous. Okay. Moving on, and I have like a weird thing going on in my throat right now, and I don't know why, so bear with me if I get a little bit sounding. All right, let's do the biggest one. So this one, they've had a lot of these, you guys, and I can pretty much guarantee you they still have some left. So if you like this plant, definitely try to catch their final live, because I can almost guarantee you they probably still have some. But I tried to get one in some of the previous lives I was in, but I kept getting outbid or sniped at the last minute. So I ended up not being able to get one until this live, and I figured I should be able to get one at this live because by this point I felt like everybody else already had gotten one in the previous lives, because like I said, they just had a lot of them. And do I need this plant? No. And once again, as we discussed in last week's video, I seem to be doing the Pokemon thing, collecting them all. So this is a version of a Hoya that I already have. And no, it's not another polyneura. Me waving scissors around, like that's not dangerous, right? But it's not another Hoya polyneura. It's not another Hoya houseplants. It's a different variety of Hoya that I already own. It is a small leaf Hoya. And this one is in a 3-inch pot. Oh yeah, that's nice. Get all the fluff off, or most of the fluff off. So this is a Hoya krohniana silver black silver. I think the black is first. So I do own a Hoya krohniana already. So this does look quite similar shaped leaves, does have that splashy silver variegation on it. But if you can see there, it is quite blackish. I don't know how well it's reading on screen, but hopefully you can see like the back of that leaf right there. It does have a blackish tinge to it. Now, my hunch here is that this is going to sun stress a deep purplish color because of that, but I just have seen so many pictures of these. I'll see if I can find one that's sun stressed to throw up on screen for you guys, but I've seen so many pictures of them that are just so beautiful, and it does give it a completely kind of different look than my regular silver one that I have. Honestly, my silver one doesn't really sun stress for me, or at least it hasn't yet, and it's living in a southern facing window, so I don't know what the deal is, but that plant has really just stayed the same shade of green with the silver splashing on it that it's always been. So not sure what's up with that, but because of that, this is going to look a bit different than that plant. Well, this one's really well taped all the way around. Where's the edge? There it is. But let's get the tape off. See how everything's looking. And full disclosure, you guys, I almost bought even more plants in another live. I gotta stop. I gotta stop, you guys. I really gotta stop. I really do. I mean, I keep telling myself once they're out of business, I'll just quit hopping on lives for a bit. But then also PlantCon is happening this coming weekend, and I'm like, probably gonna go buy plants there. I probably shouldn't have been spending money on these before that. I don't know, you guys. It's gonna be a pricey month for plant buying for me, but I really haven't bought a lot of plants this year at all. All right, almost there. Oh, this cocoa core is so messy. All right, this one still looks pretty damp, so I'm not going to water this one anytime soon. And we are, now that they're getting into the air conditioning in my house, they're starting to fog up a lot with condensation because it has been, I guess actually I think today it's like a high of 88 outside. So they're a little bit warm from being on a UPS truck in that temperature. But unfortunately that means you can't really see roots in there, but I can see roots on the top of the substrate here, which hopefully I don't know which way is gonna be the easiest way for you to see it. Can you see that root back over there? So it's definitely got some roots. Krohnianas are really resilient, so I'm not really that worried about it unaliving itself or anything like that, especially since it's damp. But oh my goodness, so excited to have this one, you guys. I don't think there's any other type of Krohniana that's really on my radar right now that I'm like chomping at the bit to get. So that might be the last Krohniana that I acquire in a while. All right, these next two, I forgot. You guys, I've gone crazy. So in case you don't remember, I got in the first unboxing, or the first shipment, I guess I should say, that you guys have previously seen. Where is the edge of this cardboard? Oh, there it is. I got a Hoya carnosa Susie Q. And then in the second shipment that you saw, I got another Hoya carnosa Susie Q because they're small. And I was just thinking they're probably going to grow slow because it looks very similar to the Hoya carnosa compactas, which grow notoriously slow. You guys did inform me that it's a cross between a Hoya carnosa and a Crinkle 8. And then a few of you actually told me that your Susie Qs grow rapidly. So did I need 2 Susie Qs? No. Did I need a third Susie Q? No. But to be fair, I actually ordered the Susie Q before, I think it was the day before the last video was released, so I hadn't received the information from you guys that it actually is a fast grower. But regardless, it's fine because those 2 Susie Qs that you guys already saw in the last video were tiny. I mean, they were tiny, tiny, tiny. And so now I'll have 3 tiny ones to make a slightly fuller looking 2-inch pot, but I'm not gonna like unpot them and pot them back up together until they get a bit more rooted. But this is just another super baby one. 2-leafer situation right there, but I got it for super cheap, you guys. Like, I need to give you guys some ideas on the pricing. Hold on. Let me give you an idea of what price I'm getting these for. And I think the Jasminkas, I haven't seen one go for more than like, I want to say 95. They've all been underneath 100. I think I've seen some go for 70-ish around there, which considering some of the other places I've seen them on Palm Street were like $300, $400, almost $400. Oh, my throat, you guys. That's a pretty good deal. But let me double check without shipping what I actually paid for these. Okay, so the Krohniana Black Silver was $35. Oops, hold on, I clicked on the wrong thing. The Susie Q was $17. And the next one that we're gonna look at was only $19. And the next one that we're gonna be looking at, I'm gonna go ahead and get the tape off the Susie Q first though, so we can better assess how everything's looking. But the next one we're gonna look at is actually a no ID Hoya. And they had a lot of them, and like people were like buying them up big time. And I mean, it was another one of those where it was like, she was like, if you don't already have one, because I mean, at that point, it's like everybody had had an opportunity to get one of them in that live. She's like, if you don't already have one, we got plenty. Here's another one. And so I waited because I had seen in the previous live that they had a lot of them. And so I was like, I'm just going to wait, like with the intention of knowing that a lot of people were going to want them and get them. I waited until later in the live, knowing that not as many people would be bidding for them then, so that I could get a lower price. So that worked out well for me for that one, but it's a really pretty one too. Okay, I did think this was 3 leaves, and it is. We just couldn't see it because one of them was underneath the tape. But this one is definitely still damp. Looks like it was just watered. I can't actually see any roots through the pot, but it feels really stable in there, so I'm guessing it is just fine. So I am just gonna add that up on my kitchen sink. So all of these so far have been living above my kitchen sink to rehab, and that is a west-facing window. They are about a foot back from the window, so they're not getting like a ton of direct light. They get a little bit later in the day, but not too drastic, and they seem to be doing fine with that. So this will just get set up there with those, as will the rest of these, except for maybe the Jasminka. I'm contemplating putting the Jasminka underneath my Soltech Grove bar style grow light in my kitchen, just because I know that's going to be super gentle light, but it's also going to be a constant light source for 12 hours out of the day. And the Hoyas that I had to rehab that had a little bit of an issue that I got from Aroid Asia earlier this year, I started them under that light when they were rehabbing, and they did really well. So I might just put the Jasminka there, just because the last one I did put up above my sink, and I don't know. I'm just feeling like maybe that's the safer bet this time, but we'll see. Okay, this last plant, like I said, is a no ID. It's a no ID from Thailand, so she kept referring to it as a Thai no ID or a Thailand no ID, but it is a super pretty, splashy Hoya. I think it's going to have relatively small leaves just based off of this. Now, these are probably still slightly baby leaves, so I think though it's probably not going to get leaves any bigger than, say, a Hoya carnosa Wilbur Graves, but it has that pretty splashy look to it that is kind of a bit more towards the green on green side than like silver on green. But I just thought it was really, really beautiful. It's kind of almost similar variegation to that larger leafed Hoya that I unboxed in the last video from them. The Patchy for short, Pachawalia 023. Oh, I have the tag up here. Why am I like sitting here acting like I'm trying to remember it? I had the tag up here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. The Pachawalia or Walleye 023 Silver Splash. It is very similar variegation to that, but a completely different shape to the leaves. And once again, I feel like this is going to remain smaller, but let's go ahead and get the tape and everything off of this. So you guys, I do have a bunch more Hoya on my wish list. Do you guys want like a top 10 Hoya wish list video? If you do, comment down below and let me know. But I'm not certain if I'm going to find any of the ones that are on the top of my wish list right now at PlantCon. There's a possibility, but I've honestly never seen any of them at a plant show before. So I'm not sure how lucky I'm going to get in that regard, but I'm definitely going to be on the lookout. Now, I have not set a budget for PlantCon. Didn't set a budget last year. Actually, last year I said I wasn't going to buy anything. Did that happen? No. I was better at IAS last year. I actually didn't buy anything. I got gifted one plant, but I was really good and didn't spend money on anything. But I don't know. I have a feeling I'm probably going to buy at least something this year, but I'm not sure what yet. I'm not 100% positive if it's going to be a Hoya or if maybe it's going to be something else, because I do have other plants on my wish list other than Hoya. But I'm just kind of in a Hoya kick right now. I don't know. They're so easy to take care of, you guys. So laid back, except for the Jasminka situation the last time. But you know what I mean. Oh, this one's putting out 2 new leaves that were kind of buried under there. Hopefully they still make it. But that's good that there's a growth point going on. All right, I can see there's some roots coming through the pot that are obviously kind of dried up because they've been exposed to the air, but hopefully you can also see there's a root down in there. There's some of the ones coming through. So it's definitely rooted. There are the two baby leaves, if my camera wants to work, up there at the top. So super excited about this one. So pretty, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if they have more in the next show, and I can get it for relatively cheap, I might pull a Susie Q situation and get another one or three. I'm kidding. I might get one. I don't know. We'll see. The other problem is, you guys, their last show is actually happening during PlantCon, like the first day of PlantCon, assuming it actually still happens at noon. Sometimes, because they have a toddler, so sometimes they have to adjust the start times like last minute on their shows and stuff, so just cut them a little bit of slack if they do. But right now it's scheduled, like I said, for 12 p.m. Central. PlantCon day one starts at 10 a.m. Central. So like I'm gonna be in the middle of PlantCon and filming and everything when they start that last live show. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch that one. Supposedly they're doing one this Friday afternoon as well, which that will have happened after this video airs, but I will hopefully have made a post letting you guys know on YouTube or Instagram and Facebook, or all three, letting you guys know about that one. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to be able to hang out in their last live show too, because like I really enjoy them. Even if I wasn't gonna buy anything, like it's kind of sad. It's their last live show, so I kind of like to hang out. But it's like in the middle of PlantCon. But I also am kind of worried that that's gonna backfire on them, because I'm worried that a lot of people are gonna be at PlantCon and they're gonna want to spend their money at PlantCon, and they're not gonna be in that show wanting, or if they are in there, they aren't gonna be wanting to spend money. They're gonna like hop in real quick, hop out, whatever. So I don't know. Hopefully that's not how it goes for them. And hopefully maybe I can join part of that show. We'll see. But super excited to have these. You guys, I am out of control. I'm out of control. Somebody needs to take my spending capabilities away from me right now. I mean, also, I still have a bunch of plants that I need to sell off in inventory. I have a bunch of plants that I still need to purge off of my purge list. I did get, I think, about 11 out of here about a month ago, but there are still a bunch more. So I really need to sell off at least as many as I have bought in the last like 2 weeks for sure. So I'm going to try and be reserved at PlantCon. I make absolutely no promises. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm at a stage this year that my willpower is just not going to be as good as it was even last year. And last year, I think I only bought one plant, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only bought one plant last year. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I will also, you guys might be about to get an update for a few days from now on how the Jasminka is going, because like I said last time, it went downhill within like 2 days. So rather than filming a whole separate video just on how the Jasminka is doing, you might be getting me interrupting right now, giving you updates. All right, you guys, so quick update on how the Hoya polyneura Jasminka is doing. It has officially been 3 full days since I unboxed it. It's been living over here on my kitchen counter underneath my Soltech Grove bar style grow light, and I say mostly it's been living over here because I have put it up in the kitchen window towards the end of the day a few times just to get it some real sunlight, if you will. But as you can see, we are still doing fabulously, and I'm going to take it over into some natural light so you can see it a little bit better. All right, you guys, so hopefully you can see there is no yellowing down at the base of the leaves, which is what happened on the last one. There's a little bit of yellowing up on the tips, but honestly, that was like that when the plant arrived, and it hasn't gotten any worse, so I'm not that worried about it. But let's take a look at the new growth point, and I did just have coffee, you guys, so sorry if my hands are a little bit extra shaky today, but that combined with my essential trimmers is not a good thing. I don't know what I was thinking, having coffee before filming this. But as you can see, that growth point is still growing down in there. It hasn't really done anything new, but it also hasn't done anything bad like die off. So all in all, this is doing fabulous. I am like feeling really good about this one. I have watered it. Have I watered it again? I don't think I've watered it again yet. It's stayed pretty damp, but the roots still look good in there. The roots do look like they've spread a little bit more. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. but I will continue to keep you updated in the future. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to click that like and or subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Aloha!